Hello everyone, my name is Hassan and I'm the creator and writer of Pakistan Man. And Pakistan Man is basically the first superhero comic book of Pakistan. And I decided to do this because nobody else in Pakistan was making a sort of a superhero comic book for the country and for the youth of Pakistan. And I was a big comic book fan growing up. I used to read DC and Marvel and Batman, Superman, Archie, all these kind of comic books. And when I went to the bookstores, I found out that there was nobody in Pakistan who was actually making comic books for the people of Pakistan, and also like a role model for the people of Pakistan. Well, in our family, nobody was in terms of like a business-minded kind of person, but I think my inspirations were more people like somebody like Edie, somebody like that, and also like our historians like Qaid Azam and people like that. I think so. I took inspiration from those kind of role models to have somebody like a role model for the people of Pakistan and like a superhero kind of person. So we launched this about 2 years ago, and so far we've had a really good response in the market. So we have our books placed in places like Liberty Books, Sayyid Book Bank, which are the biggest bookstores in Pakistan, and we've had a very good response there because every time we place it, every month they sell out, and people are asking for more and more copies every time. So when we first launched this, I actually put in my own money to print out the books because we didn't have any sponsors, and nobody in Pakistan knew what a comic book was and how to sponsor a comic book. Nobody had any idea. So our first book was basically printed by my own pocket money and a friend of mine. We put in our own money and we sort of bootstrapped this. But after like 2 and 3 editions, we started to learn about marketing and business side of comic books, and we started to get sponsors. So now we have multiple sponsors, especially kids brands. So we have also restaurants and food chains who want to advertise, who want to target the youth of Pakistan. So we have those sponsors on board. So at NIC is a really good place for startups when they don't have any business idea, basically when they're starting out and trying to figure out the market, because they have a lot of mentors here. And the people over here also give a lot of time to the startups. And usually when somebody is trying out their ideas outside, the mentors and the business people don't really have time to talk to the young people. But here you can find all the mentors and all the experienced people in the same place. So it's really good for, I think, young people to start. Is like if you have so many startups and so many business people in the same area, you get a lot of ideas, and it also helps you manage the direction your business is going, because sometimes it can happen where you have some ideas of your own business but you need some experienced person telling you where you need to go. So I think that helps with all the people in the same area, where different startups are there and also people with different backgrounds and different support that I needed basically in terms of startup was, it's very hard to find in Pakistan something which is creative, somebody who thinks very far into the future. For example, there is no comic book industry in Pakistan, and the creative side in Pakistan and the art side is very hard to find. So I was looking for people who had the same mindset in terms of they wanted to make a superhero popular in Pakistan, which was really hard to find, but I managed to find a few companies. For example, Al Khan Foundation were trying to partner up with us because they wanted books for the Hunza Valley kids over there. And so I needed support in terms of those kind of people who wanted to promote creativity and promote like learning, education, social issues in Pakistan. So our future plans for the next 5 years are basically we are translating our books into Urdu and other languages, local languages in Pakistan, and we are trying to distribute the copies for free basically to the rural areas of Pakistan, because we want to raise the educational literacy level of the children in the rural areas and go out more and do more outreach programs for the kids in Pakistan. Right now we have one animation which we launched on social media and it got a very good response. So we got about 80,000 views on it, and we also made our YouTube channel, and we are planning to launch our app, which will be a Pakistan Man superhero app, and it will be an educational app so kids can read the comic book on their phones. And it will also have a small game inside it. So technology, I think, is the way future for Pakistan Man. And we're also talking with Jazz, who are very interested to launch an educational kind of app for the youth of Pakistan. So I think technology is the way forward that we're looking for in the next. Is this the Pakistan Man is like Pakistan's first superhero comic book, and if you go to a bookstore or if you go to our Facebook page, go ahead and like us and support Pakistan Man.